Hi, we're at Comic-Con with Ben and John over here with Transformers.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Hi, I'm Ben, Marketing Director of Transformers.
And I'm John, Senior Design Manager.
And we're here to discuss the great new releases today. We've got Unicron in planet and non-planet mode. What can you tell us about Unicron?
Unicron is the first ever Transformers HasLab crowdfunded project. He's the largest Transformer of all time, and more than anything, he's a passion project, not just for us, but for fans that have been asking for 33 years now to finally see the bringer of doom in toy form.
At 19 pounds, he's got to be the heaviest toy you've released so far for Transformers.
Heavy, but John can share a lot of the cool details that a toy this massive that we were able to put into it. It's super awesome.
Hear him, John. He says you can do all the details about this giant, massive toy.
That's right. Yeah. When we started the design process, it's already been in development for about 18 months. Something this massive in scale really is like it's a once in a lifetime kind of project. Not only is it the tallest Transformer at 27 inches tall, 30 inches diameter in planet mode, but it weighs a whopping 19 pounds. So we had to have incredible level of engineering and design went into this thing. Not to mention 50 points of articulation. It's going to be an impressive thing.
Now, is he the most articulated Transformer you've released thus far?
I wouldn't say he's the most, but he is. What we tried to do with Unicron is because what I've said to other fans here at Comic-Con, you can't half do Unicron. You got to do him right. So we made sure he had the right level of articulation, but he certainly has extra points of articulation that we've never done before. Like his mouth opens, but then his teeth move independently inside of his mouth. So you can give him different facial expressions. You can move his eyes using a sliver on the back of his head. His fingers all move independently, which is pretty amazing. Rocker ankles. He's got shoulder articulation. There's lots of cool points of articulation because I think it's what's most important is trying to capture his appearance in the '86 movie. Because like Ben said, this is a passion project, and we want to make sure we get this guy right.
Well, as far as size and articulation go, you really took the old adage of "go big or go home" to heart.
Yeah, we did. What's interesting is because this is a sphere. It's a planet. When you change any dimension of the things that are inside of it, like let's say the robot, we had to kind of make his legs a little different size. You can't just make the sphere, a little wider because then it becomes egg-shaped. So every dimension has to increase. That affects all the tectonic plates that have to fold and key together, which then affects the robot. So it's this kind of crazy balancing act that has been going on trying to get it exactly right.
We will not recommend bowling with Unicron should you officially purchase one.
Well, you heard it here first.
Maybe.
You heard it here first. We do not bowl with Unicron. We do not upset the Unicron.
Do not, yeah.
It's good to hear. Now, this isn't your only exclusive here, from what I understand. You also have a crossover with another, company. Another
franchise.
Another franchise.
I think in celebration of the 35th anniversary, I think John and I and the team set out to say, how can we celebrate more than meets the eye? And as we looked at the landscape of the things we grew up with, another property that released in '84, also 35 years, was Ghostbusters. So with that, the crazy idea was, what if we created a new Transformer out of Ecto-1? And with that kind of built on the story universe that we started to develop. And what if we brought Optimus Prime as a ghost fighting, teammate with the Ghostbusters? And through that, we were able to then bring here at San Diego Comic-Con the first ever Ghostbusters mashup, Optimus Prime, full with Proton Pack and Slimer and Ghost Trap and everything you could want with that. And the Ectotron toy that we made previously actually fits into the trailer of the Optimus. So the two of them can go ghost fighting together, which is absolutely bonkers. So, yeah, it was a fun mashup, and, there's nothing like...
And you can wear it as a backpack.
You can wear the
packaging as a backpack.
That sounds amazing. I mean, Ecto-1, Optimus Prime. Well, 1 is a prime number, so it seems like it was a match made in magical heaven.
That was well done. I hadn't thought of that. We should have put that in the copy.
There's a comic. My goodness.
So we have a 5-part comic that IDW wrote, and they really had fun with it. They went a little bonkers with the story. Ectotron comes down to Earth, meets the Ghostbusters. They kind of partially named him Ectotron, which is cool. And we allowed the writers to bring some kind of quirky humor to the Transformers universe by meeting the Ghostbusters. So it's been a lot of fun.
Excellent, great to hear that. Now, this isn't exactly a franchise crossover, but you have gone into the world of gaming. I know in the 80s there was board games for, Transformers. We had the video games, a couple years ago. Now you're delving into the CCG gaming market with Transformers, the collectible card game. It's a great set. You have 2 different exclusives here, and I know we're not going to go into detail about that, but since you did crossover with Ghostbusters, do you think down the line we'll have a crossover between the card game and the action figures? Not in the sense that they'll affect each other, but I mean product-wise. Maybe some figures will come a promo card, or maybe there'll be a card promo in one of the packs that says, hey, you can send away for this exclusive action figure. Anything like that planned?
It's a great opportunity. John grew up as a mail-away kid. He mailed away for a lot of Transformers. So, we've had a lot of people ask us for that. So I think coming out of conventions like this where we get to talk to our fans, we get to hear what things we can do new next. So I think that the TCG does a great job of bringing the story to life with the 2 sides. The conversion is part of the play. So it just makes sense to kind of think about how else can we tie the lines together better. So the option's there, and we'll see how it plays out.
Sounds great. I mean, I love mail-aways, too. I still have my mail-away Darth Vader, the telescoping, blade.
Yeah, some of the best toys of the 80s were mail-aways, right? And so I had
Slaughter minifigure mail-away G.I. Joe.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I have Major Blood. I mailed away for Major Blood. So for Transformers, there were all sorts of great mail-aways. The Omnibots, and one of them was actually Reflector, and his name now is Refractor. And we're actually proud to announce that there's a special exclusive that we have here that we can pre-order. You can be pre-ordered.
So it's sort of like a mail-away all over again.
It's like a mail-away all over again, but this time it's been upgraded, better articulation. It's got the spirit of the three robots that form the camera, and it comes with an exclusive hollow foil box. It's a really fun unboxing experience, and it's packed out like a real camera. So when you pull it out, there's like the instruction book is in there and stuff like that. So it's a really captures the essence of the mail-away experience you're talking about.
I love it. I hope kids know what a camera is when they open the box.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Those DSLs are becoming cool again, right?
I hope so. Now that you mentioned G.I. Joe, in previous years you have had a G.I. Joe crossover exclusive with Transformers. I have not seen it, in a while. I was wondering, is there a plan for a return to that?
It's something we talk about a lot. I think John and I actually are both fans of G.I. Joe, as we grew up with that too. There's no plan right now, but again, like you said, we've done it a lot of times before, so there's always opportunities going forward.
I mean, sounds great. I mean, real quick though, which was your favorite G.I. Joe Transformers crossover?
Oh, I worked on several of them, but I think the Starscream Sky Striker one is my favorite.
Actually is my favorite too. I'm a huge Starscream fan.
And the Cobra Commander in that set's really cool too.
Very cool. Do you have a favorite one?
So I didn't get to work on them, sadly. I missed that opportunity, but I'd have to really think about it. I'm more of I'd go big and go home. I was a big Shipwreck fan. I had the flag when I was a kid. I loved more of the kind of the...
Oh, that USS flag was amazing. That was a coffee table for some of my friends.
Yeah, I was more of kind of the fan of like the ocean world of G.I. Joe. So I think that's a crossover kind of in the making, but we'll see.
Well, I mean, Unicron is pretty big. The USS Flag is the biggest G.I. Joe. Maybe we'll have a transforming USS Flag. Whoa. Mind blown. Oh, look at that. Well, you heard it here first. Maybe a USS Flag, maybe
Says
not.
you.
Says me. Well, I said it first. Didn't say you guys said it first. And for more great coverage at SDCC 2019, stay tuned. Have a great day.